everybody, and welcome to today's video. I'm Farmer Will Meller. If you haven't already done so, please give the video a thumbs up when you've watched it and subscribe below. And in today's video, we've got an S, but that's not what we're doing. So, got a twig. So what we're actually doing today is we're getting our fields ready for, well, one of the first stages of getting the fields ready for mowing 2025. So what does that entail? Well, this is a field that we mow, and that's a field that we mow. So all these fields here that we mow, we're actually on the ground we rent, to be honest, because I'm doing this first because this has had slurry first. So I thought, well, we've slurried it, we may as well come and stone pick it. So that's what we're doing, we're stone picking. I've let it slip what we're doing. So what we're doing is we've got stones like this on the floor. So just pick them up and then put them in the wall where they look like they've come out of. So these are stones that are on the ground. They've fallen out the wall. So we are in dry stone wall country here. So another one. Work and talk, William. That's what I'm trying to do. So what I'm trying to do is, here, that's a fox. See that? That were a fox. Wow. Why didn't you go after it, love? You know, Ness. When you got the fox? Just, I don't know what thing. But anyway. Enough of spotting wildlife that is a bit, you know, not nice wildlife, to be honest. Well, not if you had chickens or, I mean, they go after sheep as well and lambs, so we don't want that. But enough on that. Back to what I'm talking about. Good dry stone walls. So we are picking up stones off the floor. So these are stones that have fallen out the wall and onto the field. Now, what we need to do is, I mean, there's one here. What we're doing is we are picking up the stone and putting it back in the wall, so where it should be, because when we come to mow these fields in about, what are we now, middle of March, middle of April, middle of May, yeah, say just over 2 months time, when we come to mow these fields, we don't want these stones here on the floor for the mower to find, because that would be very, very disastrous. We don't want that, because we want, a mower is designed to cut grass. So got a field full of grass, and there's no grass at the minute. There's just there's very little grass because these fields have had sheep on. So all it is a field covered that's had slurry. But in 2 months' time, this will be very thick on. Really, you know, pretty much ready to mow, and we don't want stones on the floor for the mower to find, because the mower is designed to cut grass, and if it finds a stone, it will cause serious damage to it. It could cause serious damage to it. It's all very dependent on the size of the stone. So a stone this sort of size, if it hit it at the right place, it could cause some serious damage. Knock a disc off, knock a blade off, it could do all sorts to it. So we don't want that, the mower finding that. So we're picking them up, putting them back in the wall or on the wall where they look like they've come from, so that the mower doesn't find them and the mower stays running, because there's nothing worse than you're mowing a field and then your mower breaks, and then you're having to walkers or some hitchhikers. They look like they're in the field, but they're not. But anyway, there's nothing worse than you've got a field half mown, you've hit a stone, you've broken your mower, you're having to wait for someone to come and repair it, or insurance to come and look at it and assess the damage, and then then you're back to square one. You have to either pay a contractor or go and find another mower quick. But it is really cold today, but it's perfect at the minute for picking stones, because See these stones here? Well, you can see that. There's a few there. I need to pick them up, put them in the wall. But like I say, it's perfect for finding them because there's no grass on the ground. Because the grass is really short, so at the minute you can see them. Come May, you know, come 2 months' time, when this field is covered in grass, you would never see them stones. You wouldn't find them. And that's when you run the risk of damaging machinery. Because not only when a mower hit a stone, not only could it damage the mower, it could hit the blade, ricochet off the blade, it could come in the cab, it could knock me, the driver, senseless, could cause me some serious harm. And yeah, we definitely don't want that. So we're just putting this stone back in the wall, like so. Up. But the reason why stone falls off the wall, well, there'll be a number of reasons why it could fall off the wall. We saw that fox just that went and jumped onto the wall and then over it. You know, it knocks a few stones off as it jumps. Not only foxes, could be rabbits, could be the hares, could be badgers even, could be people's dogs, for instance. But but then you go on to livestock. So last back end of summer, like after we got second cut off these fields, after every cut we did, animals come onto these fields and graze. So they come onto the fields, they graze, they can rub on the wall, they can knock stones off. But not only that, we've had, there's been sheep on these fields for the winter. So while there's been sheep on the fields, they could have done the damage. I'd say probably my cows might be more responsible than the sheep, but there's obviously the risk. So yeah, that is the number of reasons, but that is why we are stone picking. And we are picking them up now. So a few hours now will save days of downtime on machinery in the summer when you hit a stone and it causes some serious damage. Because it can write machinery off. Mowers, if it doesn't damage the mower, like if a stone went through the mower and it didn't damage the mower, it could easily go through the baler and cause some damage to the baler. So, it's one of them. But like coming on here with a tractor and slurry tanker, I'm always looking on the ground in the field. I'm continuously looking for anything in the fields that would cause damage. And if I miss it then, when we come to put fertiliser on, chain arrow, all that jazz, I'll hopefully see it then, because I am always looking for foreign objects. That's the word. But this field actually won't want chain arrowing because there's a ruck of morals down there, so they need knocking down at some point. But like this stone here is probably close enough to the wall where it is, because I don't mow too close to the wall. If I know this wall doesn't look very good, like this wall's pretty good, to be honest. It looks really good. And this is a good wall, this. Most of the walls are, to be honest. But like there's one wall, the other side of this field, the wall isn't as good. No offence to anybody, that's just the way the wall is. That's just how it's worked out. It's just might be the stone on that side might just not be as good. That's purely the reason why. But when you see a wall that doesn't look as well built, shall we say, or looks a bit more, not as good as this wall, for instance, you tend to stay away from it with a mower a little bit more because you don't feel as safe. But yeah, we're doing pretty well. We've got 2 10-acre fields here, and I was hoping to do at least them. And then there's a 15-acre field at the top that we might do if I've got time. today, and then we've got some more to do another day. But like I say, very important. We want to make sure that our machinery is well looked after and it stays running by not letting the stones damage it, because these walls have been here hundreds of years, easily hundreds of years. I don't know when they'll have actually been built. If anyone would like to enlighten me on when these walls would have been built, they could drop it in the comments below and tell me, because I'd find that quite interesting to know, as much as the next person would. But they've been here hundreds of years. The stone would have come out of limestone quarries. It would have probably come out the Dale, to be honest with you. There were lots of little quarries around here at the time. If you look on really old maps of this area, you'll see that there'll be like little bit circles marked places where it'll say old quarry, etc, etc. That is probably where most of this stone would have come from, to be honest with you. Same with houses and buildings around here, they'll have all come out of quarries locally. They wouldn't, hundreds of years ago, when these old buildings and walls were built, there wouldn't have been the transport to transport the stone from miles away to just build a wall here. So yeah, the stone would have come from round here. That's quite a big stone. I'll just put the camera down a minute while I find a place for that. Alright, so there will be probably a chain arrowing video coming soon, hopefully, but this is what we need. This is what chain arrows are designed to do. They're trying to not get rid of these mowings. So these look actually quite fresh, to be honest with you. That's obviously very fresh there. They're not looking good. Because if they weren't fresh, this particular field had slurry 2 weeks ago. So I know my slurry videos only just come out, but this had slurry 2 weeks ago. If this weren't fresh, there'd be slurry on top of it, but it isn't. It's come up through the slurry, so there'll be bits of muck on top, like that one has. It's got some muck on top, but like that, all of them haven't. So yeah, we'll have to sort these molehills out. I have got someone that does them for me. I mean, I did do a video of doing molehill, but we've asked someone to come and do them for me, so I don't think he's been yet, because I can't see any traps. So obviously needs to sort that problem out. But also, chain arrowing will rip this muck up, show a bit of daylight. Like that grass is going yellow underneath. But I don't want to chain arrow it when I've got someone coming doing the moles. We don't want these traps out. So yeah, do something about that. Right, so here we have a classic example of a stone falling off. That's probably been there a while because the grass has died underneath it, but put that, find somewhere fit in there. There we go. But like this stone here, that last one, it's probably far enough under the wall that the mower won't touch it. But this here, you know, the proximity of that, the mower would hit that, because I probably mow about to where my foot is from the wall. So I'm sure you can see that. I mean, you can see there's probably a line there. That there, that bit's never been mown, that bit has. So that's on the side that the mower would hit. So that would damage the mower, that would cause a fair bit of damage. But yeah. But like I was saying before, it's animals, it could be the weather, even wind and rain damages walls. And yeah, it's a very important job, this. That's what I should say. Because we don't want, like I've said many times in this video so far, we don't want to damage machinery. Especially when last year we bought a new to us mower. We don't want to damage it in any sort of way, because okay, yes, it's covered under insurance and what have you, but the insurance will probably come and just say we'll write it off and give us his money back. But then we've got to look for a replacement. So, and it's my own fault for hitting a stone. But thing like that, this muck here probably wants airing. Now I'm drifting off subject a bit, but just the muck's quite thick. That's definitely not. Just look at that, it's gone black underneath. Might have to do something this week about that. See if we can find out when he's coming doing the moles, and either get this arid before or after. I don't know. We'll see. Now this side of the field we don't really have to do anything with because of the barbed wire fence here. So the reason for the barbed wire fence is, well, I think the reason is because the wall's lower. So the barbed wire fence is obviously to keep cows in. But yeah, there's no stones or fall between the fence and the barbed wire. There's a lot of brambles on that, but still, pick up base here because there's very little stones in the wall. Plus, we're on a hill here, so we're top side of it. If any stones fall, they're likely to fall onto the road down there. One thing I want to point out is this will want chain arrow in here because of the poaching on the ground. I think what's happened is when we had cows on this, well, we had the heifers on this weekend, they were sheltering, those trees there were sheltering this bit of the field, and they obviously come and stood here and trampled the ground. But even though the trees are on the other side of the road, it's still a bit more sheltered, so yeah, the chain arrow in the benefit of this bit as well. So this is an example of the wall that's not particularly as good. So that side of the field over there got a very good wall. This side's not as good. It's a bit rougher, a bit more rough and ready, but quite a lot of stone on. So what I'm just doing is I'll keep well away from this wall with a mower and just put in all the loose stone. If I can't find a place for it, well, actually, just put it as far under the wall as possible, just so the stone's still there, but it's away from where we're going to mow. So we keep it under the wall so it doesn't fall back into the field. We should be alright. We'll probably mow no closer than where I'm now, purely because this is quite a bit more rough and ready. I mean, that field there, my brother's put bedding muck on, but we do mow some of that field, so that's going to need. I mean, even there, look at them molehills. They've popped up since he's put muck on that. That's going to want some serious souring, that, sort that out. But yeah, we did last year. We mowed half of this field. Well, we mowed probably a bit more than half of it, and we might do the same again this year. So we'll have to sort something out of that muck. We'll have to chain arrow it and push it into the corner and do something, take it back, because I think he's just put it on too thick. Just put it on too thick and heavy. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that, we're here to do stone picking. Back another stone here. Just get that on the, well, actually there's a place. There's a place in the wall for that one. And this one. Yeah, but if there's a place in wall, I'll put them in wall, but like this one, there isn't a place for it, so just put it on the wall and it'll be fine. You can certainly tell that the muck is burning a little bit. Say this has been on this field now for about 2 weeks. That's one thing with stone picking. So you're picking the stones like them there, and you're looking around you to see what the fields are looking like. And well, obviously I can tell them up burning a little bit on this field, but ever since, it's probably 2.5 weeks now, we've not actually had any rain. Well, we've had a few sharp showers and a few light showers, but nothing that's gonna nothing to write home about, if you know what I mean. And then actually this next week it's not forecast any rain. They're actually saying rain for next weekend or the end of next week, but you know, is that going to come or not? Because you're quite far in the future to go, isn't it, with the weather forecast. But like, we've had a delivery of fertiliser last week. We can't really put that on until it rains, because especially with it being, it's prilled fertiliser, I think. It's not granular, it's prilled, I think. So prilled, it needs more rain to wash it in, otherwise it just sits on top of the soil. You don't really lose much nitrogen doing that, because it's ammonium nitrate, but compared to other fertilisers out there, but still it needs rain. And yeah, well, yeah, it's obviously nice just coming around the fields and just look, you know, doing your stone picking and what have you, because you're looking at everything else that's happening. You're looking at what your neighbours are doing and all, to be fair. Yeah, it's nice because today's actually the Sunday the 16th of March. So yeah, time's going on a bit. We're into spring. Meteorologically, it's spring now, so grass should get growing. And I think as soon as we have a significant amount of rain, it will get going. But up here on limestone, that's why we've got these dry stone limestone walls around here, because it's all quarried out the ground. The ground needs quite a lot of rain to get it going, otherwise it just doesn't do much good. But yeah, anyway, I'll crack on and do my stone picking now. So I'm going to leave it at that, because I think that's enough waffling on for one video. So if you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe below, and hopefully it makes a change to tractor video, because we've got some tractor jobs to do. There's going to be a bit more slurry spreading to do, which I might video. There's obviously going to be chain arrowing, there's going to be fertiliser spreading. Yeah, but still, hopefully the big thing is the cows should be going out soon. Well, I say soon. As soon as grass gets growing. Hopefully, I think it was about 19th of April last year they went out. Were it? It was 24th? It was something around that. About the 20th, 25th of April I think they went out last year. So yeah, hopefully we video that and get that on camera as well. But from me and Ness now, please remember to give the video a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time, won't we, Ness? Ness? She says see you next time, so see you, bye!